Well, all right, people. So Donald Trump is surging in the polls, despite what the mainstream media will have you believe. So let's take a look at this poll. Trump is currently up here, 47.8% to 42.4% in the new LA Times Daybreak poll, which just came out like today. And this poll always comes out late, so it's 4 o'clock in the morning right now. But I always like to stay up late so I can see this poll here. But I just looked at it right now, so I saw Trump was up a lot, so I had to do a video on this. So he is up, I believe it was 5.4% here. I mean, if you round up, you would normally the mainstream media sites or Real Clear Politics will round up. So in the morning, you'll probably see the headline. If you actually look on legitimate news websites, this won't be an ABC News or the Washington Compost or the Associated Prostitute. If you look on the Drudge Report, you'll probably see Trump +6. So, because again, they round up. So, but I like to say 5.4% just to be fair to the lying bitch Hillary. But so as we see here, Trump again surging ever since the email. I believe the email thing came out right here. So ever since that, he's surging. So this is great news, especially right before the election. This is the perfect time to start surging in the polls here. So let's look at the, I want to look at some other stuff too. As you see, this is the respondents' prediction winner, who people in the poll think is going to win. Obviously, Hillary's been up the whole time, and it hasn't really been. And I also want to point out this one thing. The gray area is, anything above this gray area is 95% they believe is going to win the popular vote. And as we see, Trump is out of the red area, or the gray area, and so is Clinton. So according to this poll, they are at least 95% confident that this candidate will win the popular vote. So as we see here, people who think Trump are going to win is also surging here. And I also want to point this out too, intention to vote by candidate. As we see here, it's been pretty much neck and neck. Been going back and forth with intention to vote here. And as we see, maybe Clinton's been up a little bit more than Trump. But like ever since, I guess, right here, or like right here, it's been pretty much neck and neck. So as we see here, it's really, just the past day, it's really changed from 85.7 to 84.2. So Trump is surging in this area too, just over the past day, but still nonetheless, he is winning in that. And I would also, this one, according to this polls, it says 85% to 80, so about 85%, if you total it together, people, not bad people, surveyed say they're going to vote. Well, that is bogus, because as we all know, only about 60% of people vote in the elections total. So 20 to 25% of the people polled who say they're going to vote are not going to vote. And I think that will, again, favor Trump. I've been talking about this. Trump, again, there's more people coming to his rallies. His supporters are clearly more enthusiastic than Clinton supporters. So I think that 20 to 25%, most of those people will be Trump supporters. So very interesting here. And I also want to talk about one other thing here. Just maybe two other things, but just when was this article written? I know, just a couple. October 16th, they were already acting like this election is over. As Trump stumbles, Clinton weighs a striking choice: expand the map or stick to the plan. Now, what that means, people, is they are saying Clinton has two choices. Does she want to win by a lot, expand the map, or stick to the plan, which was like a comfortable victory in their words? And if you go on to read, she faces a striking choice: to expand the states that Democrats haven't won in generations, or to stay on the current course that, if conditions hold, would deliver her a resounding electoral college victory. I mean, basically it's saying, trying to make the idea that the election's over, and we've been hearing this numerous times now since Trump has started his run for presidency. We've been hearing it ever since the primaries, since he started. Trump's never going to win. We've probably heard it like 20 million times. I mean, it's ridiculous. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is the ABC News tracking poll, which has Trump up 1 as well. And as we all know, the ABC News and the Washington Compost are very unfavorable to Trump. And if I could find the actual graph. But anyway, he was down 12 points just, I think, less than a week ago maybe. And now he's up by 1. My prediction about this is that they put him down 12 to try to kind of get, all the polls really had him down about a week ago. I think all the polls did that to try to put a nail in the coffin to the Trump campaign, to try to get people not to go out and vote for Trump, and to try to tear the Trump campaign apart like they've been doing a million times before, to try to, I mean, again, we've been hearing, oh, the Trump campaign's over, Trump's never going to win. We've been hearing that numerous times in the past year and a half to try to destroy the campaign and get his supporters to turn against Trump and not to be enthusiastic. But as we all know, everything has failed, and so did this. So they had him down 12 in this ABC News tracking poll, and like I said, a lot of other mainstream media polls had him down a lot too. I think they did this again as a way to try to suppress the Trump vote. But however, the FBI thing came out, and that really hurt Clinton, as I just showed you in the LA Times poll. So now these polling companies, a week away from the election, they have to put out more legitimate polls now. Because let's say the election happens and Trump wins by a slight margin, or even loses by like a point or two. Let's say that happens. And all these polling agencies have Trump up 12 and 14 and 10 and 8. And let's say it's a 7% difference or a 10% difference. Their reputations are thrown away. They're done. So they have to come out with more legitimate polls in this last week of the election. So expect more legitimate polling coming out. And as we see here, if we go to the Real Clear Politics average, we see more polls that are closer now in the race. I mean, if we go to general Trump against Clinton, we see Trump surging now in the polls here. And if we go to the four-way, we see also Trump surging in the four-way. Again, these are all pretty much mainstream media polls here. So yeah, the Rasmussen Daily poll has them tied. The TIPP tracking IBD, that's a lot to say there, has them down 1. NBC News, I don't trust them for a minute. 6, Gravis, I guess they just came out with 1. So there you go. There's some, and this one obviously is not, the thing is, when a poll comes out, it's, right after it comes out, it's pretty much not relevant, especially if a big news story comes out. So a lot of these, don't even matter. Like this Gravis doesn't matter, because right after it hit the FBI thing, like all these ones don't really matter. You gotta, the tracking ones are nice because they update every day. So those are ones to pay attention to. And, but there you go, people. It's obviously a close race, and I even think Trump's even up, because if an ABC News poll puts him up, he's definitely up, people. And as we see here, LA Times has him surging there. I mean, just surging. I mean, he's up 5.4%. So, I mean, we'll see what happens here. But I haven't looked at this in a while. But there's the Electoral College map according to Real Clear Politics. But they have Trump down, but not much. Only, what, 25, whatever. Electoral votes he needs to get, which is very doable. So we'll see what happens, people. It's definitely going to be interesting. And like I said, these polls here are biased and skewed towards Hillary Clinton. So there you go, people.